Hello and welcome to BBC News. I hope you can all hear me and you've had a wonderful night. But today, unfortunately, we did have a bit of a delay, but that has been resolved now, and we are starting. I will be hopefully getting the exit poll and obviously other results to you shortly. But whilst we wait for that, we're just going to discuss how the election has been going for all the parties, and we're gonna find out today who wins the 2024 December election. So this will decide who our next prime minister is. But for now, again, we literally it's been such a close fight. I have no clue who's gonna win. I'm finding out just as you are. So for now, we're going to keep talking and then eventually find out the results. We were going to have a debate here tonight, but no parties were able to put forward any representatives, which again is quite unfortunate. I was also going to be joined by Killian Clark, but last minute changes meant he had to go elsewhere. But don't worry, you still have the main presenter, me, Dan and Puppy Dab, and I will make sure these results are delivered to you as soon as possible. We may receive a bit of delay on them due to the fact that the Electoral Commission is all over the place at the moment, but we will try and get these done as soon as possible. I'm going to wait for a confirmed time for when I can be releasing releasing the results, the exit poll I meant. Um, but as soon as I can release the exit poll, that will be happening. So for now, I'm just going to, it is a really big election. We've had Change UK, I'm not sure if you guys will remember that, but Change UK was running last election and they got 0 seats. But this was led by JJ. But this could see that the Conservative Party die going into 0 seats. So, we've never actually had a party go from, having seats to getting 0 seats. But for now, we're going to wait and see what this election holds. So it is quite important we see. This is a really important election actually. We will be seeing, whether our country continues to prosper and go into activity, or whether it will start to decline. We obviously have a new royal family with King Henry of the Lancaster family. We actually had a heir named tonight. This was Edward Lancaster, I believe, or Lancaster, however you may pronounce it. But I do not quote me on that. It might not have been Edward. I'm obviously very uninformed on these things because I cannot check them right this moment. However, we will be hopefully getting all these results to you shortly. I am going to continue waiting to be given a proper time on when I can release these results to you. But as soon as I do, as soon as I am notified when I can give these results, the exit poll, I will. So for now, we are going to continue to wait, and I will be asking for when I can deliver the exit poll shortly. But I remember many months ago when I was sitting here with Mr. Devo9, leader of the not Tory, Labour Party. I'm pretty sure that resulted in, yeah, Mr. Devo9 joined the Tory party as deputy leader, but this then changed where he then left. And the Tory party, I'm not sure whether they won that election. Yeah, it's been quite a while. I'm not too updated on these things, because it's not just kept in my head all the time. But it is really shocking how all the parties have done. So obviously we had the massive Labour majority. I don't think anyone could get that with 14 seats. Um, Everyone predicts we'll never ever see a landslide like that ever again. But we did once see the Labour Party coming out on top, and unfortunately, to some people it may be unfortunate, but to others it may be fortunate. We saw the Labour Party lose almost all of their seats, where they also lost government to the Social People's Party and a Tory coalition. This coalition was between Dan and Puppy Dab, the current Prime Minister, and JJ, who was the leader of the Conservative Party. Now, it is really unclear who could be winning this election tonight. obviously it's been a very hard fought battle by all parties. There's been many messages sent by all the parties. You know, we've had new pictures, we've had manifestos, we've had all these things being released by all these different parties, but we just simply can't know who's going to win. So I've received confirmation I can release the exit poll shortly. I will be sending this over. I will be showing this all soon. So obviously this exit poll is massive. When we do, when I are able to get results, actually I've completely forgotten to show you this new graphics created by Killian Clark, one of the members at BBC News. We are very lucky to have this, but we do have a BBC election night ticker to count for all the numbers. I'm just going to display them all now. So there are, here we have the Labour, Conservative and Social People's Party with all the leaders displayed on the right. So the one on the far left is Dan and Puppy Dad, the leader of the Social People's Party. Then we have Arthur Sunderland, the leader of the Labour Party. Then finally JJ, who is the leader of the Conservative Party. Now, I again will be trying to get the exit poll to you as quickly as possible. Right, yes, I do have confirmation. I can release the exit poll any second now. So obviously I will be doing that. Alright. We have found out that the Electoral Commission building is on fire, unfortunately. But they are trying to get the results all together. Because they're everywhere at the moment. So we will stand by for that. But we can finally announce the exit poll to you all. So and here it is. We have 12 seats to the Social People's Party, 4 to the Labour Party, and JJ 4 seats to the Conservative Party. This would mean a majority government with the Social People's Party. So if this exit poll is to be right, I must remind everyone, this is an exit poll. This is not the official results. These aren't definite, and the exit poll can always be wrong. But these are the predicted results of election night. Again, I must clarify, this isn't for sure. But if there is one thing the Social People's Party have won in, it's the exit poll, where they have gotten 12 seats, forming a majority government. This would mean Dan and Puppy Dab is the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, again, if this exit poll is correct. But, you know, obviously, like I said, I must clarify this. The exit poll could be completely wrong. But, you know, if we do see the Social People's Party win this election, we will see another 2 months. However, we could not see another 2 months because a lot of the time Dan and Puppy Dab has released gone for an early general election twice now. But I must clarify, these are not the actual results, so please do bear that in mind. So I'm going to shrink this so you can still see me. However, this will be in the top right corner, or wherever I decide to put it, so you guys can keep looking at how the exit poll looks. Well, I've just said look twice there, but you know, so you can keep looking at the exit poll and see how it holds up. So now, again, right, this is the final time I'm going to clarify this, because I've seen a lot of people cheering and getting excited over this. The exit poll is just a prediction. This is not the actual results. It's just what is predicted. But, you know, if this does turn out to be true, these are shocking results. Because, like I said, this would form a majority government, something a lot of people haven't expected. And it's not even close. A lot of people do think this election will be neck and neck. Maybe by 1 seat we could see a government or the largest party forming. But there are many predictions. I'm sure that the parliament was going to be hung, so a hung parliament obviously. But this doesn't seem to be the case, because we do see, in the exit poll at least, 12 seats going to the Social People's Party. So for now we are going to wait for the Electoral Commission to put out their fire and show the election results. but we can confirm the first result of the election. These will be given in one seat for some this is the first seat and one seat only for some reason, but we can confirm that Kent, the constituency of Kent, is going to the Conservative Party. So we already have the Conservative Party going up by one seat. I mean, according to the exit poll, they'll get 3 more seats and then they'll be done with their run. Again, we cannot confirm this for sure. But for now, we have Conservatives sitting on a nice one seat for now. It's way too early in election to predict anything. But last time we did see the Conservative Party be the kingmaker for both the Social People's Party and Labour, where they chose to side with the Social People's Party, the largest party of the last election, making Dan and Puppy Dab the Prime Minister and JJ the Deputy Prime Minister. We can confirm these results. Conservatives to Kent, again Conservatives to Kent. This is a very big result for the Conservatives. I'm sure they may be cheering or crying at the moment, but for now I would hold my breath and wait to see more results be released, because it's anyone's gain still at this point. We could suddenly see a Labour pull through where they get another massive super majority, which is something they have obviously done before, as I was discussing earlier. But we do have one seat going to the Conservative Party, and that is Kent. So we are going to continue waiting for more results. I hope the Electoral Commission have got the fire under control, but I cannot confirm this. So we are going to continue to wait. And if we do not have the election results soon, I will have to go and check in on the Electoral Commission. Okay, we have good news. The Electoral Commission can confirm the fire is out. So they're regaining their composure and they should be releasing all the results shortly. We'll try and get these to you as soon as possible. Again, unfortunately, we would have more people here tonight, but we do not have anyone. Anyone put me, but I think I do pretty well for the election nights. So we can have it. You can have me. Oh, sorry, I've just received some more results, and right, I can tell you there are 2 seats being announced here. The seat for Cornwall and the seat for Dorset. So I'm going to confirm that 1 seat is going to the Social People's Party. This is Cornwall. So Cornwall to the Social People's Party, and the Conservatives are gaining the other seat. Dorset is going to the Conservatives. So currently we are seeing the Social People's Party sitting on 1 seat, the Conservative Party on 2 seats, and the Labour on a still very cold 0 seats. So currently we are seeing the Conservative Party pulling through. So it's very, very, it is still extremely early. We cannot confirm any sure results at this point. Oh, I have just received confirmation. We can get a Social People's Party representative on. I'm just discussing with him now. I will be trying to get them in soon. I just need to check with my colleague, Mr. Electrolytes, if he can join, and not Mr. Electrolytes, Emperor XVI, see if he can moderate everything being said, because obviously I am politically affiliated, so I'm not allowed to speak on it too much. So I'm just going to confirm with Emperor XVI and make sure we can have you on, have the Social People's Party representative on. But whilst we wait, we are going to continue to see results flooding in. I will have to add another seat here, so the stream will be paused for a very, very short time. So we are going. Okay, unfortunately, Emperor XVI cannot cannot join and help. But I will ask him if he can allow the Social People's Party member to come on to here. Like I said, I apologise for any silence. We're just currently waiting to see if we can have. Okay, We can have the Social People's Party representative on. Um, so I'm just going to add him here. Okay, I would like to remind everyone, either the Labour Party or the Conservative Party, if you want to come up and join in, just please do make sure to send me a DM and we will be able to get you up here. So, right now I'm currently getting the representative on, so I will be pausing the stream momentarily just so we can get the member on. So for now, just give me 2 minutes and we will be able to get the representative on, and we won't have to listen to my voice the entire time. So we'll be back after the break. And we are back from the very short break. I am joined here by Aki. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Am I?
Yes, you are.
I'm luckily pronouncing that very right there. So we have Aki, who is representing the Social People's Party. I believe you're the vice chairman. Um, so obviously, currently the results aren't favouring the Social People's Party too well. I mean, at the moment, there's only 3 seats announced. But what do you have to make of the current state of the exit poll? Because that is something we can sort of rely on for any questions. So yes, again, let me repeat. What do you think of the exit poll at this point in time?
Well, I think it's very in our favor, and I'm very happy to see the exit poll, those results, those numbers. They are really in our favor, and we will work, if they are true, we will work towards a better Great Britain, a better nation to live in and enjoy. So I'm happy from the exit polls. I look towards working with those people, and I thank the people who put trust in our party to reshape this country.
So I believe there's technical difficulty there. Do we still have you with us?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Um, right, I'll just have to pause you there. The Electoral Commission can confirm the following results. So we have South Wales going to Labour. So the Labour Party has finally gained a seat. South Wales to Labour. So let me just quickly put the result up there. And then another seat, Suffolk, is going to the Conservative Party. I'm sure the HQ of the two other parties, Labour and Social People's Party, are going haywire at the moment, seeing that the Conservative Party is pulling ahead at by 2 seats, head of both parties. We could actually see the exit poll be wrong, and we could see a Conservative majority. Obviously, these results are very early on. Only 5 of the 20 seats have been announced. So we cannot say these are the results for sure. We cannot say that the Conservative Party will win, or the Social People's Party, or Labour. You know, these are released in a random order, so we don't know for sure. You know who. No, we could suddenly see the Social People's Party gain every single other party, or we are currently just waiting to see more results. But the Conservative Party could be going to 4 seats next time and then not gaining any more, and that would be what should happen according to the exit poll. But for now, we have seen. I mean, again, we cannot decide what the election will look like. If this was the original 10 seats with the last parliament I was on, I believe, um, this would be quite scary for all the parties, because this would mean the Conservative Party is halfway there to a majority government. But obviously, again, we are on 20 seats, not 15, 10, I apologise. Um, but we did see with the new elections bill, 2024, we saw new ways of holding these elections and obviously constituencies being given out. You are obviously, I believe, the Social People's Party were the ones to originally create the the Election Reform Act of 2024. Um, what do you think? Do you think this act was a good thing for the country, Aki?
Yeah, I believe so. We've seen unbelievable turnout of votes. I believe it was 65, which is a big achievement for our nation
Yes,
because it's
25
not a
more.
small, yeah, it's not really a small thing. It's a big thing, of course, and I'm very happy the people have spoken up to choose their government to shape this country we are currently in. So I think it was a good thing. I like the numbers we are seeing, and hopefully we will have a good parliament and so forth.
I would just like to ask another question quickly. Do you think the Conservative Party is going to win? Obviously, the results are very early on, but do you think that the Conservative Party are going to win this based off the current results?
I don't believe so, to be quite honest, because it's either Labour or SPP, Social People's Party. So I don't believe Labour will win. They have good seats so far, but I mean, I'm sorry, Conservatives. They have good seats so far, but I don't think it will be the final win for them. They
Well,
could line,
I'm going to have
yeah.
to pause you there. We have 2 more results being announced by the Electoral Commission. So first, we're going to start with Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is going to the Social People's Party, putting them on 2 seats, catching up with the Conservatives. And the other seat, the seat for Northumberland, is a hold for the Labour Party. Northumberland has always been a Labour Party seat, and again they have held on to this seat for another election. So now that brings the result up to 7 seats, I believe. Let me just count this. Yes, 7 seats. So we have 2 to the Labour Party, 3 to the Conservatives, and 2 to the Social People's Party. So currently we are seeing a very good. Obviously, as we were discussing earlier, we saw a very good turnout. But we are now seeing these parties coming closer to reach the finish line. Now the Conservatives are still in the lead, so they could pull ahead still. But we could also be seeing the Social People's Party or the Labour blasting off with more seats. And it's anyone's game still, really. We have 7 of 20 seats to be announced. When we reach 11 seats, we will not have a majority government, as not one party has gained every single seat currently. But when we do reach 11 seats, that would be the point where a majority government will be formed. So if any of these parties gain 11 seats, they will be able to form a coalition. That's 8 for the Conservative Party, and 9 for the Labour Party and the Social People's Party. I'd like to go back over to our guest Aki. Do you think the Social People's Party are going to be able to form a majority government? And if not, do you know who we will be forming a coalition with?
Well, I think we will be able to form the majority. We are the only one to have a proper proposed cabinet and a good manifesto. So we showed our transparency to the people of Britain. The coalition, I think we will form with conservatives if it comes to that, but I strongly believe we will be good on our own and form the majority party. Either way, even if that does not happen, and we end up in the main opposition, we will be ready to keep the government to account and scrutinize them.
Right, so you heard it there. The Social People's Party will be potentially trying to get a coalition with the Conservatives if it comes to it. This is something both parties have spoken about, I'm pretty sure, before. And if they keep this up, then they will. No, they do want to have a coalition, as far as we can tell, because that is what's been publicly spoken many, many times before. But if we don't see a Conservative coalition with the Social People's Party, that would probably mean we see a Labour majority. Now, a lot of people predict that a Labour majority is impossible. Many, many have said that the Social People's Party or the Labour Party are going to have very similar seats to each other. But we could also see the Conservative Party getting a lot of seats, and they could also be considered for a majority. Again, at this point, it is still anyone's game, and we are just waiting to see what the results say. So the Electoral Commission are continuing to count the votes. I have seen in general chat at the moment, JJ has said that he's not worried at the current results, and he is not worrying if they go level. So we are currently waiting to see the results. I apologise for the technical difficulties with the camera there. I'm just trying to continue to wait for more results. I believe the Electoral Commission is beginning to deliver the results. I'm hearing my fax machine whirring to life. This could obviously be a recount, but we do have the following results of Lincolnshire and Middlesex. So these are two seats going to the same party. We are seeing Lincolnshire and Middlesex going to the Labour Party. So that puts the Labour Party at 4 seats, the Conservatives at 3, and the Social People's Party at 2. So currently, what the exit poll is predicting is that the Labour Party will not move past these amounts of seats. The Conservative Party will gain 1 more, and the Social People's Party will gain 10 more. Now, this is very unlikely. But we are seeing Labour coming closer and closer to forming a majority government. Again, it's still relatively anyone's game. We have seen, I believe, 9 seats released, so not even half of the seats have been announced yet. But there is still a chance for anyone to win here. Again, it's anyone's game. But as far as the way the things are heading, we are most likely going to see a coalition government. Now, what do you have to say about this, Aki? You seem very confident that that the Social People's Party were going to get a majority government. Do you still think that's possible, or do you think Labour is going to pull ahead and win this election?
Well then, 65 votes. It's a lot of votes. This election will be one of the most interesting ones in our recent history. I think so, and it's possible. We will see by the end of the night, but I'm confident that our party will deliver, even if being in opposition or being in the government. We will deliver to the people, and I can sign it. I can sign in document that we will deliver to the people of Britain.
I apologise. I was muted there the entire time. Um, I was on. I'm so sorry for that. We have seen Bath go to the Conservatives and Bedford to Labour. So that has put Labour at a comfortable 5 seats, the Conservatives at 4 seats, and the Social People's Party at 2. This is now 11 seats being announced. If we saw all these parties coming together at this point in time, we would see a majority government formed. That is incredibly unlikely. So at the moment, we can see the Social People's Party actually falling behind with only 2 seats within their power. 4 seats to the Conservative Party and 5 to Labour. We could be seeing Labour Party come out with a majority, and I'm just going to do some quick maths. Yes, the Social People's Party would have to get every single seat from this point on to get a majority. The Conservative Party needs 7 more seats, and Labour would need 6. So, Aki, again, are you still confident in a majority government? 9 seats would be needed for that, which is the rest of the seats they would have to gain every single one. Or do you think that a coalition will have to be formed with the Social People's Party and the Conservatives? Or the other option, have you completely lost hope and think that the Social People's Party will be sitting as the main opposition?
Well, I see the results. I think the coalition will be most likely, but we will see until the end of the night. Of course, we will be more than happy to cooperate with conservatives and deliver, as I said, more times during this interview, this night, deliver to the people. And yeah. Now, it's the likelihood of us actually getting majority is very, very down, but I believe a coalition also could work, and even if not, even in the worst case, if we end up in the opposition, it's still fine as we will scrutinize and keep the government to account to the people of Britain.
Right, so that is from Aki, the vice chairman of the no, not Conservatives, Social People's Party. So, we can tell that the Social People's Party currently aren't ahead. They are actually the worst part. They are doing the worst, but they were doing the best in the exit poll. We could see them pull through, but we can see now that the exit poll is wrong, with Labour getting. Oh,
In the name of the interviewer here, he's muted. I apologize, it's his name, so it's
oh
a
no, no, I'm not
bit of
muted.
technical
I was
difficulties.
just muted on Discord. Don't worry. Um, Right, I can confirm more results. I will speak shortly again on this, but I am everyone can still hear me. It was just confusion because I had Discord muted. Um, So we can confirm the Scottish Lowlands are going to the Labour Party, meaning the Social People's Party can no longer get a majority. We can still see the Conservative Party reaching a majority. And speaking of the Conservatives, Sussex has gone to the Conservatives. So we do see the Conservatives with 5 seats, Labour with 6, and the Social People's Party with just 2. We can sort of predict the future of this election because the Social People's Party always holds Birmingham, which hasn't been announced yet. But we could see again the Social People's Party voting, getting Birmingham. But like I said, no majority can be reached the Social People's Party and the anymore. But we could still see them pulling ahead with another 5 seats, and that would put them at the top of the chain, and they would be the largest party. Again, these aren't the exact results. If we ended here tonight, Labour would be walking away with the most seats. I'm just going to count out the results right now. We have 13 seats announced, which is 3 more. I apologise, my math skills are terrible. Which is 3 more than the last Parliament had. So we will be seeing that if we were still on the old system, Labour would have already secured a majority. But we would actually have seen a hung Parliament last time, if the results are correct, like a few minutes ago, and we would have seen the Social People's Party being the Kingsmaker, given the 2 extra seats needed for either party to win. Which is actually really similar to how the other election went, with there being, I believe, the Social People's Party got 5 seats, the Conservatives with 4, and I'm trying to think. No, it was 3 to the Conservatives. I'm not entirely sure. I cannot remember these results for the life of me. But now we do have more results to be announced. I will be going to our guest here shortly because I haven't spoken to him for a while. But we can finally announce that the North Wales and Scottish Highlands are going to the same party. The Social People's Party have gained both North Wales and the Scottish Highlands. So that's put them at 4 seats, making them a contender for this election again. So this is 3 times less than what they were predicted, and that means there are now 15 seats announced. We can sort of again predict that the Social People's Party will gain another seat from Birmingham, so we could actually see a 6-5-5, meaning the Social People's Party will actually be able to contend. But again, those are just predictions. The Conservative Party does usually get Birmingham, but it doesn't mean for sure that they will. But I am going to move back over to our guest. We do see the Social People's Party beginning to gain some seats again, which I believe is the first seats they've gained in a good 10-20 minutes. So what do you have to make of this?
Well, I am really happy with seeing the current results. I can say that the exit poll was totally wrong, and the results are quite exciting. It's the likelihood of forming a coalition with conservatives is very high, and for now, I like the numbers I'm seeing, especially for the Social People's Party. We didn't fall behind, we are going up, and I'm hoping by the end of the night we will get more seats.
Right, so as he said there, the Conservative Social People's Party is still a very likely coalition. However, I'm just going to quickly do the maths. That is 15 seats that have been announced. No one apart from Labour will be able to get a majority government, but it's highly, highly unlikely that we do see a majority government here tonight because I doubt Labour will be able to get every other seat. But statistically they can't. But how things are going, they could still form a majority government. But we can confirm that the race is still close. Jay may still be unworried. I haven't checked for quite a while. Um, So yeah, the exit poll is completely wrong. It is. I mean, I can actually announce that there were 5 votes conducted in the exit poll, which I'm sure is probably the lowest turnout for an exit poll. But we did see only 5 votes, which seemed to be which must have been 3 votes to the Social People's Party, 1 for Labour, and 1 for the Tories. I I know that being in the all the servers that the Social People's Party did order that no one should vote in the exit poll, but I am unaware of whether the other parties said this. I do believe the Conservatives and Labour did not announce that. However, we do again see 6 seats to to the Labour, 5 seats to the Conservatives, and 4 to the Social People's Party. I mean, going off of this, we could see a coalition with Labour and Conservatives. This this coalition would be quite big because the Labour Party getting the largest party might actually sway the Conservative Party into wanting to form a Labour government. But if the Conservatives and Labour Party both decide that they want to form a coalition right this minute, we would see a confirmed Labour Conservative majority government, no, coalition government. So if they did decide that they were going to come together right now, the coalition would be between the Conservatives and Labour government, and they would have a government for sure. But this would be a pretty big betrayal for the Social People's Party, as they have been expecting a Conservative Party and Social People's Party coalition. But at this moment in time, we probably will see it being anyone's game with the coalitions. Because, like I said, the if Labour has 100 all of the votes, no, it has not all of the votes. If Labour still remains the largest party by the end of tonight, the Conservatives may change their mind and work with them. But as we are nearing 9 p.m., we can release more results. The Electoral Commission can announce the seats of Birmingham and Cheshire, so we can confirm Birmingham is going to the Social People's Party as expected, and Cheshire to Labour. So the Social People's Party are polling at the same number as the Conservative Party. They still do not have enough to form a majority to form a government. But Labour has gained another seat, but they are locked out of getting a majority government with 7 seats now. We do see 17 seats of the 17 seats announced, and 3 more seats going to Labour would mean that it would be a hung parliament, because they would need 1 extra seat to be able to form a proper government. However, this would actually see, if we saw the Labour Party getting every seat from now on, this would see a permanently hung parliament, unless the Labour and Conservatives or the Social People's Party and Labour came together. This would be an entirely hung parliament, where it would be a minority government being formed. Now, if we did see 10-10, this would be very, very shocking. However, we must keep an eye on the fact that we know that the independents have always gotten Norfolk. That is the MP. The MP for Norfolk is Emperor XVI. We may have a recount, but unfortunately we probably won't. So we are going to continue to wait for the results. So we are just currently trying to gather them all. I think the Electoral Commission is still recovering from the absolute fire that went off there. But we will probably see Norfolk going to the independents, which would mean that that there wouldn't be a permanently hung parliament and a minority government being forced. If we did see a coalition, I don't believe we could see a coalition between the Conservatives and the Social People's Party to form a minority government. But if something like that did happen, it would be incredibly historical, and it would be pretty bad for the country, because we would have to see something change, and this may be an oversight by the people, by the Social People's Party, who created the election, the seats in the election. So we're currently waiting for more results. So Birmingham has gone to the Social People's Party, which was obviously predicted. So we could see the Social People's Party not going any higher than this. Like I said, the exit poll is entirely wrong. These aren't the results at all. So we could probably discard this now. I'll keep it up there just so people know. But we will be continuing to wait for more election results to be announced. And I mean, I haven't spoken to Aki in a while, so we are going to go right back to him. So these results are pretty big. We've seen the Conservatives draw with Conservatives, and the Social People's Party and the Conservatives draw at the moment. What do you have to say of this? And now that a majority government isn't on the table, do you think a coalition is still very likely, or do you think they'll go to Labour considering they have more seats?
Well, firstly, I want to congratulate both parties on these results. They really did help with the record set of 65 votes. I want to congratulate them so far. Secondly, it's still possible. I mean, there we will see with the conservative leadership, is it still possible? And will we cooperate better or worse than we did in the last government? But I'm really hoping towards such agreement between us, and it's still possible to form a government with this coalition.
Alright, I have just gotten the final results in. Now, these are pretty big results. You'll want to take a look at these. We have 2 seats going to Labour. That is Yorkshire and Berkshire. Berkshire, I meant. I'm not sure how you pronounce that party. I pronounce it Berkshire, coming from the county itself. And we have Norfolk to the Independents. Now, that is election night done. We have 9 seats to Labour, 5 seats to the Conservative Party, 5 seats to the Social People's Party, and 1 to the Independents. We do not have an independent bar here. Unfortunately, we do not have a section to put the independents in. But now we do have the results. Now we will wait for a majority government to be formed, a coalition government to be formed. But this actually does mean that the Conservative and Social People's Party cannot form a coalition anymore. Well, no, they could if they came together with the Independent to help form a coalition government together. But I am sure there are many, many discussions currently ongoing. So we are now going to see what's happening. So, oh, we have Killian Clark calling in. We are going to, I mean, I may. This is a preview. He abdicated not so long ago, and here we have Killian Clark, one of the sons of Henry Lancaster, or Lancaster. I'm not sure how you want to pronounce it. Hello. The, oh,
Hello?
I think my phone's ringing. Hello.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you from BBC studios on election night. I mean, can you say anything about these results? I mean, again, I'll read these out for our viewers and you. 9 to Labour, 5 to the Conservative Party, 5 to the Social People's Party, and 1 to the Independents.
Well, the Electoral Commission have noticed, and I speak as the chairman of the Electoral Commission, some really intriguing patterns. We've discovered that the people of Norfolk are particularly stupid. We've discovered that. And we've also discovered that Scotland does no longer want independence, given their recent impoverishment. So, those are some patterns we've learned from these election results. Take them with a pinch of salt. Do what you will. Turnout was significantly higher. That is because of our lovely king. He can take all the credit.
Right, well, you heard it here. The king can apparently take all the credit for the extra votes this season. Now, I must unfortunately end the stream here. It was lovely having you on, Killian Clark and Aki. You know, these are very, very big results, and I'm sure all the parties are scrambling to form a coalition government at this point. So, you know, that is all for BBC News. We will be trying to get out who the coalition government is as soon as possible, but I'm sure negotiations are starting as soon as possible. We will see you on another day, and